Hello everyone, good morning, and if you've been following my EV journey here on Fully Charged, then welcome back. So today's episode is going to be following our first long-range journey in the EV. Greg and I are both heading to Otley, which is near Leeds, to perform in a science festival. So we're going to be packing up the car with all of our props and hitting the motorway, which is something we actually haven't done yet. So far, we've only really been driving around our local neighbourhood. But naturally, this does raise a few questions, such as, are we going to make it? Do we have enough battery to get us the whole way there? And if we don't, that's absolutely fine, that's okay, it's to be expected, but where are we going to charge up along the way? And hopefully we'll be able to find some kind of motorway service station with a rapid charger, because we haven't yet sort of seen just how quickly that battery can fill up with charge. And then of course, when we get to Otley, is there going to be anywhere to charge it? It's finally time to get rid of what we call the gas guzzler. But that was the past, this is the future, and I am going electric. My next dilemma, or my next challenge, not a dilemma, my next challenge is route planning. I'm about to do my first long journey from Ely to Otley, and that's going to be the biggest chunk of what's the most mileage I've covered so far. Okay, great. So I want to sort of, you know, like calm that range anxiety a little bit. Yeah. And I just want to make sure that I'm not going to get stuck along the way. And Zap Map can help me with that.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a route planner, and that allows you to put in A to B, put in your vehicle model, and then it will show you along the route which are the compatible chargers. And you'd probably, for a longer journey, you'd want a rapid charger, so you can just go in and charge for 20-30 minutes.
And that will get me, what, up to sort of 80%?
Yeah, 80%. I mean, you can go up to 100%, but the rate of charge slows down at that point.
Okay, so how do I do that then?
So you click here and you say create a new route plan. And then once the route plan's open, you then put in your, it's just like going on to Google or something, you put on your starting destination and your final destination. And yeah, or your destination. So then you can add waypoints and things like that. Then
so you already tell the app what your particular model is.
Yeah,
so it knows
exactly.
That.
So we've already set up, and your e-Niro has got an amazing real range of around 270 miles.
Yeah, I'm probably worrying unnecessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm being completely honest with you.
I think it'll actually come up and say, in fact, you don't need to charge, but you can either set it up so it suggests charges for you, but I think I'm going to untick that. I'm just going to say, what are all the charges on the route? It defaults just to showing rapids. That would be CCS for your Kia e-Niro. And look, there's your route. So you can choose one of the two routes, 167 miles. So in fact, it will tell you you don't need to charge, but
we'll need to charge it before I come back though.
That's true.
That is key.
That is true. So we're selecting one of the routes, and there you can see all those rapid charges on your route.
There are loads.
And those are all within a mile. You're absolutely fine. So those are all within a mile of your route.
So can I now use this as a map to guide me? Can I use it so I can now go, actually I want my first stop on my journey to be that charger,
yeah, exactly.
please.
So say we choose one of these. So that will tell you that at that point you will have 70% charge left. So you're fine.
Amazing.
You add it to your route. Maybe you want to stop for a coffee or something.
Yeah.
And then you can finish that route. Then you can save it. And then when you start your journey, you can pull it up, have a look at the charger. Is it still available? Is it someone using it? And then you'll be fine.
Melanie, thank you so much.
Pleasure. Good luck with it.
It's so simple. It's so simple. And I'm honestly, I'm really impressed actually just by how many charge points there are out there.
There are a lot there, and also growing every month. 700 new ones added a month.
No. All right, we'll leave it on that then. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Melanie and Maddie from the past. Back to the present day. I've just opened up Zap Map and now I'm just popping that route in again. So what's quite impressive is that with the model of car that we've got, we could actually get all the way to Leeds, a 3-hour journey, without actually needing to charge up at all.
But I thought that electric vehicles do, what, like 100, 120
Yeah, so I would say, so
miles.
That's definitely true. A lot of vehicles will only get you sort of 100, 120 real world miles.
Okay.
But there are other models out there, like the e-Niro or the Kona or the Tesla, lots of different ones. cars that do actually have much bigger, better batteries now. Like, batteries have improved. There is a slight problem though, in that Otley itself doesn't have that many chargers available.
Right, so we can get there, but then unless we can get access to a charger, we don't get back.
To be fair, if we were fully charged, we could get there and then drive a little bit back and probably get to a rapid charger on the journey home.
Okay.
However, we are actually going to be driving around Otley itself when we're there, because we're there for a few days.
So that's a risky strategy.
Exactly. So the better option is to get as far as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So we run down the battery as much as possible, and then just before we reach no man's land of battery, of charge point world.
Sorry, Otley.
At that point, we should probably find some sort of rapid charger, just so we can top up, so that we can be comfortable whilst we're driving around Otley and have enough juice to get ourselves started on the journey back again.
Yeah.
So the next step, we need to obviously get in the car and on the journey.
I need to pack.
You do. And I will need to download the Ecotricity app, because when we want to charge, we're going to have to pay for it. And you pay for it using apps.
That's what I wanted to know. All right, cool.
At 5 o'clock this evening, and at the moment our estimated arrival time in Otley is 3:20, but that doesn't take into account how long we might have to stop to fill up the car, and I do need to get to the show beforehand to set up. So we have 40 minutes to play with to charge up the car and hope that nothing goes wrong, basically.
Classic Maddie and Greg. We had an estimated time of leaving.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
No, that extended, and then we realised, I need some beetroot juice and you need some cream for our talks.
So yes. Anyway, we do need to prepare for the rapid charger when we get there, and Zap Map has already told us that it is an Ecotricity charger. So in the same way that you have different petrol stations, you might have BP garages or Shell or whatever, currently it is the same with chargers. There are different networks of chargers across the UK. Polar is one, Ecotricity is another. Those are two just on the top of my head. But you don't pay for your energy in the same way. Some require different apps, others you can use just a contactless card. So we need to investigate what Ecotricity do, or what their method of payment is. So first thing we need to do is see if they have an app. So you're going to have to do that,
Roger that. Okay, all right.
Look up Electric Highway. I think that's what they call it.
Oh yeah, Electric Highway app.
There we go.
Electric Highway app by Ecotricity. Right, okay. Sign in with your Eco ID. You don't have one of them, right?
Not yet, no.
Create yours now.
We're back and we have made ourselves a little profile on the app. So we're now logged in.
What would you like to do? Or you can add a favourite pump. Why do you find that so funny?
What's your favourite pump?
What's your favourite pump? Well, mine's called...
soon to be the ferry bridge.
Mine's called Barbara, and she's pump number 3, round corner. She's my favourite.
So I cannot take credit for this game even slightly, but I was doing a job and we spent a lot of time in the car, and I learned about the game Horse, whereby if you see a horse when you're in the car, you shout horse. And the idea is that you've got to try and see and call as many horses as possible, alright? So it's first person who sees the horse, first person who calls it gets the horse, therefore they get the point.
So I asked, are there multiple points for different types of horses?
No,
but there are some very, very simple rules.
Right, so if you see a cow and you call it a horse, then you lose a horse.
-1.
If you see a llama and you accidentally call it out as a horse, you lose all your horses.
Minus everything.
So, well, right now, Greg and I...
That happen?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised how many times you call a llama a horse. Amazing.
No, llamas aren't. When you're so eager to see a horse and you think you've seen one and you just shout it because you get panicky. Right.
Okay.
So, all I'm saying is that Greg and I can barely talk to each other right now because all we're doing is looking out for horses.
Yeah, you'll see, I'm literally just searching for horses. Oh, it's your initials on a... On a bridge.
Is it?
That's your bridge.
Hi, bridge.
It's the the Maddie Moat Bridge. Nice bridge, Maddie.
Horse.
What? Come
Oh
on!
no!
You were.
No, I'm not joking.
Literally just pulled out of the service station. I was thinking about driving, not horses.
This is a ridiculous game. Okay, it doesn't work that well with two people. You need a third person to not have their eyes on the road to verify your horse spots.
Did you get it on the camera?
No, because of course I saw them and then I pressed rolling. Whilst Greg's driving, I just thought I'd take this moment to explain regenerative braking for you, or regen. And it's a feature of lots of electric cars. And basically, it feels like you're able to control the car by simply using the accelerator. When you push it, you accelerate, and when you take your foot off, you can actually feel the car slowing down somewhat.
So good.
Yeah, so whilst of course you do still have to use your brake to slow down when you're coming to an actual stop, if you're careful, you can almost manage it using just the accelerator.
I've also got the pedals on this car, and these finger pedals, hand pedals, that allow you to change the level of that regen. So I can turn it up so that when I take my foot off the accelerator, I brake more quickly, or I can knock it down so I brake more slowly. It's clever because in a petrol car, when you brake, all you're really doing is converting that kinetic energy, that movement energy, into heat and that friction, right? But in this, you're actually using that momentum, like that loss, that wasted momentum, and putting it back into the battery. So it's a really neat little trick. It also feels like I'm like doing a good thing when I slow down. I'm like, there you go, battery. Have a bit of that, mate.
And personally, I really like it because it gives you some feedback from the car. And I know I've mentioned in other episodes that I feel like driving an electric car is quite collaborative, and that's exactly what I mean. It's that feedback you're getting from that braking system. We have 12 minutes to go until we get to the services for the rapid charger, and we had 98. We've now got 93 miles left on the clock.
That's because I drive a little faster than you.
A little bit, yeah. Equally, if it's really cold, if it's really hot as well, I think, I'm not entirely sure, but that all of those things will impact your battery life. But it is worth making sure that if you are looking into getting an EV, that you see what the real world range is, as well as the one that is claimed. Anyway, this is the first time that we've gone under 100 miles. Now that is still plenty. We could still get to Otley. Is there anything that's making you feel a little bit squeaky?
Well, yeah, because I'd seen 3 digits on the range miles, and now it's on 2 digits. So I'm a little bit like, oh, okay, yeah, we're running out.
It's funny though, because I do think this is something you just get used to. I got a lift the other day with an electric taxi, and the guy who was driving it ran it all the way down to just 3 miles.
No.
Yeah, on his counter, but he was absolutely fine because he knew that there was one just around the corner in Norwich, and he didn't have to worry about it. So I think it's just something you get used to, and I think if you're comfortable with an area and you know the chargers around you quite well, then you just become more relaxed about it. This is slightly different because we don't know that, we might get to these services and find that actually there could be an issue with the charger. So we're erring on the side of caution because this is the first time we've done it. We're about 5 minutes away, and it just struck me that I should check Zap Map again just to make sure that at least one of these chargers is working. So I'm just opening it up, and exactly the same as before, so all good.
Okay.
I just really hope that we get there and it's free. That's the only other thing, that if we get there and it's busy, then we might just have to charge in Otley. Okay, so we are turning into the services now, and I can see a little picture for an electric charger on our map, which is brilliant. But now of course we just need to find where you charge your cars. Okay, here we go. First time with the rapid charger. All right. How to use this pump, that's handy. Download the Electric Highway app.
I've got that
Check.
here.
We've already done that, brilliant. And I guess now we just follow the instructions.
Charge your vehicle now.
Yep.
Scan the pump's QR code. Aha.
Got it.
Hey. Are you at Ferrybridge Services, M62 A1M Junction 33?
We are.
Yes.
You've selected the AC Rapid Connector, correct. Coats are on. All the card details are present and correct. And now we are looking at the app.
Payment details confirmed. Please follow the on-screen instructions to begin your charging session.
All right, it is telling us to connect our vehicle. Now we are using this connector, this top one. In it goes. There we go. Lights on. Fantastic. Oh, that sounded like it was doing something.
Initialization. Charging.
Great. Vehicle is charging. Fantastic. 20 minutes later, we've had a bite to eat, grabbed a coffee, and now we're going back to the charge point. 89 miles.
Did that not work?
Did we not? Maybe we didn't leave. That didn't seem rapid. We're going to arrive with about 50 miles, 50-mile range left, which is not what we intended at all. This does mean that tomorrow we're going to have to go out and find that one charger that is in the area, but we will get it right. We will use the correct rapid connector and hopefully we will see that range shoot right up so we know that we can get out of here comfortably. So with that in mind, we will see you tomorrow. Welcome back. It is a new day and we're back in the car. Since we last spoke, I have done 4 shows. Greg has got his first of 4 this evening. However, we have ran the battery down to 30. We've only got 30 miles left on the clock. However, I am back on Zap Map and have found out that actually there is a charger with a rapid charge point in a car park nearby. So actually we were totally fine for charge points in Otley, but this one isn't run by Ecotricity, so we might have to download a new app. I believe this one is with a company called Engie, so I don't yet know how we're going to pay for it, but fingers crossed that it is free and we can get ourselves connected. Now, we're pretty sure that where we messed up yesterday is that we simply used the wrong connector to get a rapid charge, despite being told to use that one, but whatever. Start. Your connector type to start or end a charge. Now, we want combo.
Which one gives us the rapid charge?
This one.
Yeah? What did we try yesterday? We did just that one, didn't we? Because that's what it told us.
We did, yeah.
But we want this one today.
So let us just confirm with Zap Map so we know that we're doing this exactly right. So Zap Map is saying that we have Type 2, which we know is the one that looks like a flower. We've got CHAdeMO and we've got CCS 50 kilowatts. So see, those pictures don't match up, Greg. Okay, the holes are just different.
Oh, I see what you mean, because on here it's got the 7
all the holes
and then the 2, whereas this one's just got 3 and then 2.
So it is a bit confusing, isn't it?
Right, we don't want that one.
We don't want that one.
We don't want that one.
What are our options?
Well,
so that's it. That's the one we want. That's the one we want.
All right.
So we're going to try and plug that in. Okay, first of all, let's go back to the start again. So hang on. There we go. Start. So we're going combo.
Yep.
Great. Swipe your charge card against the screen.
All right. This is a
What's a charge card?
Bank card.
Okay.
Unless it's gonna. Oh no! Imagine if it's a card that we need to top up. Hang on.
Oh no.
Hang on. Swipe your charge card against the screen.
Bother. Greg is calling. What even is this? EV box. And I'm going on to ev.engie.co.uk.
Hello, I'm at one of your chargers in West Yorkshire. We've not used one of these before. We're quite new to all this. We've used one before and we just plugged it in and we paid for it through an app. How do we pay for yours? It says use our charge card, but we don't have one.
Just gonna check. I think maybe free.
Oh, we like that.
Oh, crikey. I'm trying to...
Can't be a free thing.
Free electricity, we love that.
Yeah. It's free, but if you overstay
won't overstay.
Be careful of, yeah, just be careful of that. So if you go over to the charge point, press the start button.
Yep.
Choose the charger you want to use. So which connector do you need to use? What card do you have?
We're going for the combo, we think.
CC, what card do you have?
We have the Kia e-Niro 2019.
Okay, so the CCS, hopefully that will fit in that, won't it?
Is the CCS the combo?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you put the combo in, select the combo and then show your card against the screen. It's going to initially reject. I'll pick it up and then I'll add it to your account once your partner set it up.
Okay, we're holding it to the screen. Holding it to the screen. Screen says... Oh, authentication in progress.
That's good.
Right, so it's going to fail. I'm going to pick it up and add it to your account. Is the account on the system now?
It is. I've just put in a verification email.
Start.
Combo. We're going to go for the old CCS. Hang on, she's catching up with us. Combo's the quick one, holding it
getting
up.
ready for the card.
Hold the card, it will authorise this time. And you're plugged in, aren't you?
Not yet.
No, okay, that's fine, don't worry.
Authentication in progress. Charge card accepted.
Hey!
Now it's saying to you to plug in.
We've got 2 minutes to plug it in. Okay.
All right. Plugging in the vehicle. Go for it, Greg. All right, we're now connecting the vehicle as we speak.
Okay. Then you need to press OK on the screen after that's connected.
All right then. No pressure, Greg. You've got 1 minute 43 seconds. He's done it. Okay.
Get a crystal for the crystal maze.
Communication set up with your request has been processed. We're done. It's doing it. The lights on the car have come on. We are officially charging.
Well done.
So just to check, this combo is definitely a rapid charger, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rapid.
It sounds like it's rapid. The machine's going for it. Woo!
It's going to take off. It's like a TARDIS. So we're now getting a rapid charge. We'll wait here for as long as we can.
Yep.
For free.
Courtesy of West Yorkshire Council, I assume.
Yeah.
Which is very nice of them.
So find your local free chargers. So we found it thanks to Zap Map. We called them up. They were perfectly wonderful. And now we're car's charging. So we know it's rapid charging because you can actually hear it. It's definitely a noisier machine. But here on the dashboard, we can see what's happening. So right now there are 39 to 40 kilowatts being shoved into our battery, and it will take about an hour to get to 80%. So when you bear that slow rate of charge in mind, actually an hour to get to 80% is pretty good. So we're happy with that. We're just gonna sit here for a little bit and let that get as far as we want it to. The only thing I'll say is that obviously I didn't consider this, but you do have to bear in mind the time it takes to get registered with the various providers all across the UK. But once you've gone through that admin, it becomes super easy. So we've got 2 down. We've got Ecotricity and NG. So you know we're nearly there anyway. I really enjoyed it. Have you, Greg?
Yeah, it's been great. We cracked it in the end.
And we landed on some free charge, so that's pretty good. In that case, if you have been, thanks for watching. And here is Robert to no doubt tell you about more fully charged stuff.
Maddie Goes Electric. Enjoy.
I was utterly confused. I decided to go with the Kia e-Niro.
Right.
Which I've fondly been calling Robert, by the way. not you. Yes, right, okay, now we can talk about it. I feel like I'm part of the team now.
Yeah.
Take a look at the events page on our website to find out about Fully Charged live events happening near you. www.fullycharged.show.
Check that everything's okie dokie and that there's okie dokie. No one said that since forever.